here, it should say we're live. Hello? This is not wanting to work, bro. Okay, if you can hear me, this means it's working and that I can't actually see what's happening. So, that's cool. I'm seeing it here. Hello? Okay, if you can hear me, this means it's working and that I can't actually see what's happening. So, okay, it is working and I'm very loud, so I'm going to turn myself down real quick. However I do that, I think it's this. There, okay. That should be better. Alright. I'm going to leave you going. Hello. I wanted to just meet you guys a little bit and tell you a little bit about myself. During all this crazy time, as well as kind of show you guys a little bit of what I'm working on that I haven't quite revealed. So hello, my name is Chris. If you've been following me or my channel for a while, I'll go ahead and pull it up. Don't take my stream key. This is me. This is my channel. I have been uploading videos on YouTube since about 2012 and been across about 4 different channels over that time. I'm pretty proud with how this one's working out, so I think we're going to stick with it. I first off want to kind of address my upload schedule here. As you can see, if we go back about like 6 videos, here about 4 videos, there's quite a bit of a gap here, and that was due to the fact that I'm writing a lot. And that's a little bit of what I'm going to show you guys today. If you have not already checked out this first album from Harmonicity, this is the series I'm working on currently. This was the first album that was pretty heavily lo-fi based. So if that's your kind of thing, I would highly suggest you check it out. It's on Spotify and all other major streaming sites. So any amount of support there helps more than you guys realize. And on top of that, the support everywhere helps more than you guys realize. I believe on Spotify I actually just passed 600,000 streams, which is absurd. And it really doesn't match what I'm seeing here, which is kind of why I've been switching between Spotify and YouTube a lot over the last year or 2 years. There will be a lot of gaps in uploads here, and that kind of is reflective of that. But it do be like that. But I don't know. I keep being drawn back to creating content for YouTube because it's a lot more fun, and you can definitely do a lot more adding that visual aspect to your music, which I haven't really gotten a chance to explore with too much, but I'm excited to over the next few months. And on that topic, I'm going to go ahead and show you guys a little bit of what I am currently working on. Everything is in this folder. First of all, my biggest achievement is fairly recently actually getting everything organized here. If you want to see, I assume I'm still broadcasting, by the way. I've never really done this before. Just the size of this folder. I'm going to let that kind of compute for a little bit while I check on this. I think we're good. See if I can still hear myself. I should just be ranting at this point. Yeah, it's fairly recently actually getting everything. That's me. I don't want to hear me. Okay. We're good. Yeah, it's still going. While that's going, I'm going to go ahead and show you guys a little bit here what's going on. If you'll see this new folder here, this is actually one I'm particularly excited about. I've started creating drafts for TikTok. which is the newest platform that I hope to dive into a little bit here in the near future. I've got a few drafts, and here soon I'm going to start releasing them and sharing them. And anything that you guys want to check out on there, more than appreciated. If anyone's watching this, actually, let me see. If you want to follow me prematurely at Chris Dudley 1999 1999, that would be a really cool thing for you to do. That would be very lit, in my opinion. That way you won't miss any content that comes out. I think this is about done. So we're looking at a little over 30 gigabytes of content here, and that's mostly just in these folders. We got a bunch of projects, all this, it's all organized. Okay, so first off, these are my albums that I've been working on. If you'll notice, this one has been released. This one has been released. These two have. This is literally, the title should give it away. This has been released. This has not been released. Neither has this. Neither has this. These are all albums in progress for our other group, Aesthetic. If you haven't checked them out on Spotify, you also should. Another really good group, specializes in lo-fi. I write most of the content for that. I also have other people that I work with that will also be featured on the podcast that I'm working on getting out. I got an episode out about a year ago as like a debut episode, and then we never actually got to mastering the rest of them. But we've got about a little over 10 recorded, and that's kind of my next project. Well, actually, let me see if they're here. Hold on. Yeah, podcast. So we have, I'm not going to show all the details there, but in here we've got all of our episodes worked out, and I'm working on getting those together, and that's the last folder. I don't know why I'm still trying to go back. Okay, you can go away. I believe you. Let's just full screen this because I don't like you guys looking at my other stuff. Here's kind of the highlight of what I'm showing you here. If you'll notice, we have two folders. Harmonicity First Edition came out a few weeks ago. It's been doing phenomenally well, like much better than I could have ever hoped for. I could actually just have that streaming in the background as music. I think I'm going to do that right now. Maybe. Yeah, let's do it. Okay. I've been listening to it a little bit myself, but just as some entertainment for you guys, so you're not just listening to my voice. That would be kind of redundant. So here is Harmonicity 2. Second edition, volume 2, whatever you want to call it. This is something that I've been working on since about April, March or April, around that time. And the reason it's taking me so absurdly long as compared to other projects is because this one is a vocal album. I've never done anything like this before, and it's been ridiculously fun to work with. But I wanted to show you guys two of these, actually, that I have pretty close to finished. The vocal parts have not yet been recorded. I'm not going to share that as of yet. If you guys want to get the full effect, you'll have to stream this when it comes out, which will be very, very soon, hopefully. I'm definitely in the final stages of creating it, so it should hopefully be by the end of the year. This would be a really nice self-Christmas present, in my opinion. So let me show you guys this one that I have been working on. We have a lot going on here. You can see this is literally all just for this one song. I don't usually spend that long on one song. We have the lyrics, which I'm not yet going to show. I'm trying to see which of these would be my most recent save, because that's the one I'm looking for. 1199. Okay. Yeah, and most of this work has been like these audio samples and like actually working to get everything together, because again, I've never done this before. Check one more time, make sure this is actually going. Forgive me if I'm checking this like every 5 minutes. Again, I don't do this very often. This is the first time I've live streamed since I wrote a horn arrangement live, and I think I still have that stream up on the channel. Hopefully this one will publish to the channel as well. Okay, it looks good. It looks like I'm still good and very live. I'm going to keep this page open as well, I suppose. And then from here, we can go... Now I'm glitching out. All right, cool. I thought that would be a good idea, but maybe not, since we have this project opening. You'll have music here in a second anyway. This one I started writing lyrics for back in April. It took me a while to get it all together, but this was the one tune that I was worried about, like, being the best opener for the album, and it's going to be at the top. Like, this is going to be the first one you hear when you open it, unless I decide to, like, I've also been toying with a literal opener, like some, I don't know, this is still in the drafts. I literally have a folder in the album called Ideas, which those are personal ideas that I don't want anyone to steal, so I'm not going to show that. But we're still creating this as it goes, and that's one of the most fun parts about this whole process, is that none of us really know how it's going to go. I don't know why this isn't opening. So while that's actually opening, I'm going to talk about something else really quickly. Going back to the channel for reference, that's not how I do that. Here we go. Still live. That's good to see. Okay. I'm going to go all the way down to the bottom here of my channel. If you've not looked around, you can see I have quite a bit of content, considering I'm a full-time student as well. And I just kind of want to do a little bit of a comparison for you guys really quickly, because I looked at this about a week ago and it was baffling to see like how far I came. I'm going to play this really quickly and mute it, because it probably has my really loud intro that I'm not going to subject anyone to. Okay, this is not the loud intro. Some loading problems. Come on. Okay. Oh, wow. Hopefully that's not too much for you guys. Okay, let me just... There we go. One like, 27 views. Not the best quality. This was about the top of my technological... There it is. That's right when I didn't watch it. Okay. It's about the top of what I was capable of doing when I first started. And at the time, I remember loving this project. It's already halfway done. It doesn't really get much more than this. I think I had percussion. No, I wasn't there yet. Okay. That's cool. So just keep that in mind. That was 4 years ago. I'm going to go all the way to the top here, and we're just going to go pull out one of these. I don't quite remember the difference between these three, actually. These are the three that I probably spent less time on this album. Okay, audio quality is a little rough, but I think that's due to the stream because I'm hearing it too. Just... Can we admire like how far the audio quality has come? It's far from perfect. Obviously, I know that. I'm not a pro at this by any means, but to see actual progress is so cool. To be able to look back and like realize that I was able to do something. So here, I wanted to kind of show you guys this. We got a little bit of sampling going on at the beginning, but this is to create ambience. That's the whole purpose of this track, is ambience. And it's supposed to come out of that ambience around here and just go right into the bridges, which again, this is missing vocals, so you're going to miss the main effect of everything, but I'm done. Sorry, I'm not entirely sure what, something is trying to load and doing a very poor job of doing so. So I'm going to... Oh, cool. Alright, stop. I'm going to close you. I'm very good with technology, as you can see. This is about half of my process right here, is just figuring out what's wrong. There's usually an X there. There we go. Here we go. Please do something. This is not a slow computer. I don't really know what's going on. Okay, I think I got the X. There. Were you the problem? Is my mouse the problem? We shall find out. Let's just start from here. Come on. I'm not doing this on purpose. This is not prepped. This is not scripted. I just felt like going live. So we're going to try this again. This is embarrassing. Straight from there. Just load a little bit. Come on. Okay. Stop. Well, you get the general idea. I'm going to let it load a little bit more because there's a lot more in detail I want to actually analyze. In the meantime, I'm going to go ahead and I changed my mind. I am going to show off the lyrics a little bit. Nothing too crazy. Again, still being modified. I want to get with some of my author friends, my writer friends, and kind of get, because this was not entirely me. It lists me as an author, but that's because I steal credit. In reality, this has gone through about 4 different people, and I've tried to get their advice on it. And again, I've never written vocals before, so I don't quite know how to do this. But it's really cool to be able to try this new outlet. And also, we love Microsoft Word taking 40 minutes to load, even though it's just a Word document. It shouldn't be that difficult. Okay, latency could definitely be a little bit different. I'm literally seeing only a 10-second delay. I don't want to save this video, but I'm checking on it, and it's going well. And I just accidentally reported it. Okay. I might be flagged. That's my own fault. Okay, well, it's literally saying I just stopped going live, so I hope I didn't actually... Hold on. I think we're good. Question mark? Okay, I'm just gonna keep going. Raise your hand if we're not good. No one raised their hand. We are good. All right. I'm also kind of writing things down as I go here because I definitely like to do this more. I want to get more involved with the people. I want to get closer to you guys. And oh, I have 3 viewers. What's up, guys? People quieter than I am. Okay. I have an audience. I will perform well for you guys. Here we go. Okay. We just got some very basic lyrics here that still seem to be loading. I would love to be able to just access what I wrote. Okay, there we go. Again, I got the copyright at the bottom. This is copywritten, by the way. I do have a publisher within my distributor who goes ahead and makes sure this stuff can't be stolen, or else I wouldn't be showing it to you, so please don't steal it, please. Okay. You can kind of look over these as you feel necessary. I have the melody written down on staff paper here, which I'm going to send to the vocalist as well, but I can't really, there's not an easy way, I guess, for me to show you what my pathing is with that. But you can see here, again, been through many different iterations. I don't by any means claim complete credit for this. That would be blasphemous for me to do because I'm proud of the way this turned out. And I think you'll see with the melody, and if I show you here the rest of the song when it actually loads, they sit really well with the context, the contour of the entire song. We've got this really bright section here that will expand the melody a lot, and you'll see that when we get to it, but I'm just going to start from here. Actually let's take a step back here. All right, that should load it. Let's kind of back out, but that's going to repeat for the most part, and that's Between Stars. There is also a Flugel line that is on my MacBook and in Logic, which I've recently started dabbling with, but that's where that is, and that's why this is not imported into Fruity Loops Studio. I also very recently got an official license for this program, which is why you're not seeing the demo. I don't know where that would show up. If you're like, it's a license number somewhere that I should be broadcasting, because I know they have taken down stuff like that before for other people if they don't show the license, but they can trust. I have. I swear there was a way to like show it, but I also don't want other people to steal it. So if I get taken down for that, I can prove my innocence. I'm gonna close this, because I'm sure you've had more than enough time to see it. I just kind of wanted to show this off a little bit. That's what we've got going for this one. And then I also wanted to show you, I wanted to show you Extent, which is one that I am really excited about because I don't have the horns clean yet, but I have them entirely recorded and almost mastered. And I'm going to show you this song, and you've probably heard it a billion times because it's also on my Spotify. Not as a vocal or not with horns, but as a instrumental single, and I've kind of taken it and revamped it a little bit and added some horns. I want to first actually show you the horn parts before I show you the music. And I for the most part, I write this stuff out in either MuseScore or Finale before I actually record it, and that's just for the purpose of like the more complicated lines that I realize I want to clean up more. But other than that, a lot of it is kind of just what I feel in the moment needs to be added, and then just harmonizing that kind of on the spot, which is also why I enjoy doing horn stuff, enjoy recording trumpet, because it's very good for training the ear, and it's also very good for being able to expand on your own musical ideas, understanding what you want and how to create that easily. If you've seen Overtime, by the way, this is that song. It's called Overtime, the instrumental version of it. And this is what I wrote out. I decided to take some lines about 15 minutes before I recorded and wrote this. It's not as much as it looks like. You'll see there's a lot of like duplicated stuff just because of how the song lays out. So I'm going to play the song and then also the horns along with, why is this orange? It's not orange anymore. Okay. Back here in the folder, this should be the song. I'm going to let this load up really quickly, and then we will play this with the MIDI for the horns so you can hear what they're going to sound like. Not the actual recorded parts, obviously, but MuseScore's goofy little interpretation of the way that horns are supposed to sound. I have trumpets and flugelhorn. I got a new flugelhorn, guys. I don't know if you saw it. It's beautiful. The tuning is a little bit off, but that's not something I can't work around and adjust. And I've rarely played flugelhorns that have like close to perfect intonation. And for me, it's just because I don't play them often, and I'm not adjusted to that tone yet. Here we go. Okay. Yeah, it probably sounds familiar. But I've been working this track for a long time, and I felt like it was finally time to finish it. So we're going to go ahead and play this and then get the horns playing with it. It's pretty close. Wait for the vocals start. Flugelhorn is these bottom three lines, by the way. Trumpet is the top four. They'll sound exactly the same. I had a lot of fun with this whole intro part of this tune here. I love computers. Never mind, I guess. Wait, this works. I'm going to export it. And then it should work. If you guys have this problem, this is a simple solution to it. So we're going to hit save. We're going to hit this. We're going to hit start. Immediately abort it. We should hear the sound confirmation. And then we're going to switch you to close your eyes and try to see this. See these percussion patterns, actually they're very interesting, because if you'll notice, shut up, stop. Okay, 1 2 3 4 5 6 7, they overlay. This is a pattern of 7 over the 4 that I have mapped out here, which is why I have 3 3/4 of them. You see the same pattern repeated here again. How they're not complete samples, it's very interesting, but they're not a percussion pattern in 4, in case you didn't pick it up. And it's kind of to create that feeling of inconsistency. You have all these things that I've described as noise in the beginning and just chaos, I guess. And then we come into this kind of like, that's not what I wanted to do. Hold on, go away. This sense of half resolve here where the sounds are still going on when the music hits. But there's a home key, but thunder's still going. There's still it's literally large exterior crowd. Like I recorded these for the purpose of putting them in this song. And you see something I've actually been doing, which I highly recommend you guys do, because it's actually it's kind of a good way to vent, I think. I have this notepad on my phone with just ideas following topics. So I have these adjectives and feelings and emotions, and under each of them I have different very specific scenarios that you can expand upon, but things that fit those topics. I want to actually read to you some of these really quickly, because they're kind of what I went off of for this one. I have one of them, well, I'll read to you all of the words that I work off of. I have warmth, cold, noise and silence, love, happiness, sadness, highs, lows, and room 538. I assume that's a personal note that I forgot to take out of there. That's not a topic, although it should be. I think I could work with numbers too. 5 is yellow, and 8 is blue, and I'm crazy. Okay, so noise. Noise is what I was working off of for this one, because it's supposed to be the song doesn't actually resolve until after this whole bit of chaos here, which I also tonicize 1 2 3 4 5 different times in this thing that I accidentally moved. We tonicized 5 different keys in here. I'll go ahead and play this for you again. Hopefully it won't skip, but this was all live recorded. And I want you to hear how there's not really a home key. It just keeps moving, but I end up getting back to the original key, which it's D major. Tonalization to this key. Tonalization to this key. To this key. To this key. Then to this key. And then we're here. And then we turn it to a dominant. Back down to D. There's no home. And here it seems like you've hit home. Right there is realization, because that's where I have this piano. I don't know if that's not what I meant to hit. I don't know what's going on. Where are you? Okay, yeah, so all this was recorded. This is... These moving notes are meant to emphasize like the tonal home. Like this is home. This is where I'm able to expand the chord or play other notes. I don't know if you guys can hear that. Right? So I'm in G. Wait, where's this? Mhm. Oh, that's where we go to the next dominant. So we have. Something like that, right? And then I expand it to that, which can then go here. I think that's how I voiced it. It's that, sorry. Wow, I'm embarrassed. There you go, you need a resolution. I'm terribly sorry for that. That was a misclick on the piano. So yeah, we create several different home points in this tune, none of which are actually home until we get to the last measure here, A major, pulling up, and again, you can see there's actually no notes here. It's just this A going back to what we essentially have is, yeah. We have other pitches notating that. It's essentially D major 7 with 3. 1, 5, 7, 3. 1 and 2. Something like that. Make it more open. Add some fifths. I love fifths. They're beautiful. Love them. It's the opposite of that. Piano is such a wonderful instrument. But yeah. So the whole point of this is basically extending this suspense that happens in the beginning until bar 85, I'm guessing that is, yeah, till bar 85, at which point we finally get without any conflict. And that's where the vocals are really going to emphasize where home is, because it takes you that long to get home, which also reflects the lyrics and the point of the song. I accidentally moved that. That's part of what the problem is. I don't know why that keeps playing. Boom. A major. There we go. And again, that goes down to. Lands to the 7 in the next chord, which is a reverse leading tone. It goes the other way instead of. It goes. Which means you're landing right on the opposite side of that resolution. Negative harmony, we love to see it. I know that's not entirely an example of that, but that's how I work it. That's how it happened. So the one thing I'm going to change about this track is more live recording. This is pretty much all MIDI right now. This is just stuff that I've been recording with this keyboard that's currently in my room. But that's how we do things. That's how this all comes together and happens. That's where the magic becomes music, and that's where music becomes trash, because that's who I am. So yeah, that is this tune for you guys, and I kind of switched gear from Overtime. Sorry, Extent. They're different. They're both copyrighted. Don't take the names. They're different because this is much more of a. I'm not gonna get into the lyrics too much. Actually, I definitely changed my mind. All of these are based off of different personal experiences in my life. A lot of them on the same one, some of them on different ones, some of them are not specific. They're just based on general emotions that people deal with because we're human. We need to remember that we're human, and I'm trying to create things that reflect that as opposed to what we think we want to be. I'm grounding us. We are what we are. That's what happens. If you look at the lyrics literally of Between Stars, I'll see how many years it takes to pull up this document again, but I want to kind of like explain the general idea here if you didn't already get a chance to see them. If you just kind of look at the lyrics, basically I wrote it just about like having something, losing it, and realizing that there's a better future ahead of you. But not to say that that thing you had was a bad thing, that it's a good thing to lose. You should still be able to appreciate that that was a thing in your life, something that happened, but everything happens for a reason. Everything happens for a reason. And almost never a bad reason, especially if it's something bad that happens. Nothing bad is going to happen for a bad reason unless it's your fault. I'm being very motivational right now. Definitely listen to me. I'm very much a therapist and not an independent musician who's a struggling college student. Okay. Anyway, I'm trying to see if there was anything else here I wanted to kind of show off. We got lyrics for some of this. I'm trying to think if there's anything else. I don't think there's anything there. Some of these are empty because they're literally just ideas that I have and need to work out. Let me see if there's any more lyrics I sent myself before I expose too much about my in progress stuff. Here we got this one. That's not even a thing. Harmony. Nothing? Okay. I wrote lyrics for Harmony. I have them literally pulled up on my phone right now. I need to send it to myself. But it's going to be a very, very open... Actually, here, I guess I can play for you guys a little bit. I'm not going to say... I don't think I did. No, I did do something. Okay. Oh, well. It happens. So... I'm going to kind of... It's a kick drum. Okay. I'm going to get out like a... Let's go with like a general saw. I just kind of want to vent for you guys a little bit. Get like the... I like that. I dig that. I don't know how well you guys can hear that or if there's even bass coming for you guys, but I'm just going to... I guess you can't hear me if I move this. If you can hear me now, we'll be good. Okay, so something I really like to do when messing with ideas, and I suggest you guys do the same, is tonicizing a note. If you'll notice in that other project, which I just realized I closed and cannot show you guys, I was working with basic pitches in the melody and just using other chords that highlight those. So for example, if I have this note up here, that's a little loud. I can't even hear myself. If I have this note up here, was going the entire time, but I played a different note in the bass each time. This is my favorite one right here. Imagine this is your home key. I guess you can see the keyboard here, so you can actually see what I'm playing. That's useful. And we have traveled up a whole step. I'm going to take us from E to the tritone, which would be B flat, or A sharp, or B flat, or from here to there. Hear how that's a tritone? Doesn't happen naturally, but I'm going to show you how to do it. sound up there. I got carried away there a little bit, but you see what I'm saying. Like, you can dance around. You don't have to have like a key center. It's very important, but you don't have to do it. A lot of times I'll just play around and just move. Practice voice leading, practice everything, and that's how I work out a lot of these songs. When I'm first in the general planning period, I'll kind of just sit here at this keyboard for like 30 minutes and just mess around until I hear something I really, really like. And then I'll pick one of these sets of lyrics which I've written out and see which of those I can best fit what I feel the lyrics are actually trying to emphasize. Because one of the most fun things that I've actually learned how to do is model the music to fit the lyrics. You're telling a story with this music, and you want the music, the backing, the instrumentals to reflect what the lyrics mean and where the high points and the low points of the song are. You're not just telling a story, you're painting a picture, you're recreating a memory, you're slapping that old lady, you're doing all of this stuff. You're telling a story. Things that people won't forget. That lady's on the ground crying. You've told a story. Something happened. You can talk about it. Life is great. Help the woman. What I'm going to do now is play myself out, because this is about all I had to say. Oh, actually, wait. There's one more thing I need to announce after I do this, because it's... yeah. Before I go, I already kind of reiterated this, but I haven't like officially addressed this in person. The amount of support over the last few years has been way more than what I could have asked for. To start this from literally a dream, and try my best to turn it into something real. I'm seeing people who struggle on Spotify. I'm seeing people who struggle to get streams, who struggle to get noticed. I'm one of those people on YouTube, but on Spotify I've gotten extremely lucky in the sense that I never really... I don't know. I mean, obviously in the beginning, I think the first song I released, I was happy when I hit 100 streams, and then happy when I hit 1,000, and then flabbergasted when I hit 10,000. And then obviously when I hit my first 100,000, ridiculous. Like, that feeling can't be it can't be explained, because especially for someone like me who isn't in this for the money. I mean, money's nice. I want to like make a living off of music, but I do this for fun. I do this to grow. I do this to be able to document myself over the months and see how far I come, and at what point I was struggling with certain things, and at what point I was able to fix those problems, and to track myself overall, and to get some kind of community input on what I'm creating, and like to be able to create what I feel other people will also enjoy while being able to stay true to what I want to make for you guys. And I've been able to do that, and I'm never going to stop counting my blessings, because it truly absurd. Like, just you guys are crazy. I don't know if I've like made it into playlists or what, but I'm still averaging, again, for me this is huge, I'm averaging around 7,000 to 10,000 streams a week. That is like, that's over 1,000 a day. That's over 1,000 every single day. Which, what does that mean? 3, 4, 40. That's about 40 streams an hour. Is that math right? 40? I'm not good at math. Into 1,000 per day. No, 1,000 divided by... It's a lot. It's a lot for me. Especially compared to my YouTube views, which I don't really promote my YouTube, so I don't expect it to do any better than what I create for it. So people who find it organically or on their own. And I kind of enjoy it being that way, because it shows people who find my content and enjoy it enough to subscribe. Spotify doesn't really work that way. If somebody streams the song, it's a stream, and that counts for me, whether they like the song or not. I think it has to either be completed or something. Like, there's something that actually makes it count as a stream, but regardless, I remember all of these landmarks, hitting them for the first time. I hit 100,000 at the beginning of 2020. Like, that was surreal. And now I'm at over 6 times that. less than a year later. And I originally had a goal set for myself, which I thought was absurd. I was trying to reach 1 million by the end of this year. That's a realistic and reachable goal now. And I'm dangerously close to hitting it. That I have no words. I want to like pull out a thesaurus and try to get the proper word to explain how ridiculous that would be, because the whole like I don't even do this full time. Like, this isn't even my job right now. I'm a student. I'm a trumpet player. I'm a piano player. Like, this. Thank you. That's all I want to say is thank you. And I'm gonna play some. I need you guys to get festive, okay? I know it's September. I know it's not even freaking October yet. But you know what? It's Christmas. It is. And I'm gonna. I started in E and ended in E flat. If you noticed, again, one of my favorite things to do is pull a key. So I just have fun with all this. That's all I want to say. Like, honestly, I mean, there's like, it doesn't get any better than this. I make money off of this. Not much, not nearly enough, but I just want to draw that as a point. I do this for fun, and I have a passion for this, and I made it work. Which for me means that you guys can do it too. This program, Fruity Loop Studio, it's free. There's a paid version of it, but it's free. If you have a computer or a laptop, you can get it and make your own music and export it for free. It's fun. Do it. Try it. You have Audacity. You can record yourself singing. You can record yourself on an instrument. I have anxiety. I don't do that. Like, I mean, I'm not the kind of person to do that, but I do it. I tried it. It worked. I keep doing it. It's fun. Just do it. Try something. You'll fall in love with it. I promise. And if you don't, there's always something. But this is one of those things that, like, there's no reason for you not to try it. Unless you hate music. Unless you don't. if you want to do something like this, if you want to try something like this, there's nothing holding you back but yourself. That's all I'm saying. If you have a phone, I'm pretty no, Fruity Loops, this is an app. Fruity Loop Studio is an app, and it's not this $100 software or whatever. I think it does cost money on mobile, but not much. And especially if you're someone who like has a job or has a little bit of money to spend, like I'm pretty I want to say it's $5. It might also be 15. At the very most, it's 15 though, unless that's changed. But like that, like there's no reason not to. It's fun. Just have fun with it. There's also very simple things like recording yourself. That's always free. You can sample that together. Audacity is completely free. I don't use it. I use Logic, but Audacity's free. Just try it. Just try it. Knock that woman down. And then pick her back up by releasing that music to the world and letting us all hear it. Don't just leave that woman knocked down on the ground. But also don't be too afraid to knock her down in the first place and not get the software. That's my favorite analogy now. I said it by accident, and I'm just sticking with it. I'm rolling with it at this point. But seriously, like, thank you guys so much. This year it's been a big one. Part of the reason for me making this is I'd love to get back onto the train of making YouTube content as well. I'll be releasing TikToks here soon, my first videos on that platform. I'm really excited to see how that does, or if I have a potential outlet there. We got this album in works. Can you see there's first edition, second edition, third edition is going to be next. Depending on how the second edition performs, I'm thinking about making a fourth, and that fourth would be a compilation of like all of the elements of previous albums. I'd love to throw some funk in there. I'd love to throw like some live jazz performances or recordings from my jazz ensemble or combo into there. And again, that's not definite. I already have a genre picked out for third, and I'm not going to disclose that yet because I'm really excited about it. But the whole purpose of this series is to like highlight everything that I've tried, everything I've done on this channel, which is why the first was kind of this lo-fi, the same kind of vibe as like stuff I would have uploaded on YouTube maybe like back in 2018. I think that was my busy year on YouTube. 2019, I think I took a little bit off, and 2020 and 2017 and 2016. But 2018, I popped off. Not in terms of quality, but quantity. We try different methods here. But yeah, stay tuned. That's all I'm going to say. Stay tuned. Stay with me. Bear with me. The fact that I can even count on your guys' support is ridiculous. Like, knowing that I put something out that I work hard on and that it can be received as such. I'm so lucky in that area. And to not have to worry, or knock on wood, to not have to worry about things underperforming or things that I maybe worked a lot on and got excited about and they didn't quite run up to par. That's not something that's fun for musicians, and I hate to see people go through that. It sucks. It sucks that some of us are more lucky than others. It sucks that some of us are more, we have more access to the technology that's kind of required to make these things go really smoothly. And in that sense, I started out from the bottom. But I got a job. I bought myself a nice computer that I knew could handle these programs. I have a MacBook now. I have this microphone that I bought based off money that I made from my first horn group, which I created for all of this. I have 2 horn groups out. I have 4 Spotify groups. I have social media. I have a makeshift management team. I have something huge in the works right now that I should be able to put an update out about in about a month. But yeah, like I'm really excited to see what this year brings because I already know what it's bringing. This is a big part of it. I'm experimenting with these. I'm really excited to see how those go. I might actually share one of the videos I created because my sense of humor is broken. I made a video today that I thought was the funniest thing in the world, and it was received well. It's very dumb. I might actually post it right after this. So if you see a video after this, it means that I was actually brave enough to share that with the world. But that's about all I wanted to do. I just wanted to kind of introduce myself, share a little bit more about what's going on here. Let me see. I have people like just now joining here. I lost a lot of the viewership in the middle where I know it got bland, but thank you guys for either stopping in or being here. See, 2 of you have stuck around the entire time. Mad respect to you guys. But yeah, that's about it. I'll be posting this to my channel, so if there's anything you missed, any of these announcements or like things I'm working on, go ahead and backtrack a little bit. I shared quite a bit of what I'm excited to be working on here. This is an empty project, but I had more before. Again, like, thank you guys so much. If we could actually hit 1 million by the end of the year, that would be ridiculous. And that's about all I have to say. Music. I might actually play a little bit more in the future. Like, I know I kind of got off on a tangent like a few minutes ago, or I guess 20-ish minutes ago. I've been live for an hour. Oh my gosh. I'd love to do this tomorrow. I'm probably gonna actually advertise this because I didn't really post anything regarding that I was going live, so I only had like 10 viewers in and out the whole time. But I just wanted to share some of this with you guys. Again, really excited. A lot of these are almost finished, and I'm gonna be. One of my vocalists is recording next week, and the rest I still have to kind of adjourn with. Got them all lined up. I just haven't had actual dates to get things together, but yeah. And again, I kind of want to look through more of this older stuff as well, because maybe like a group analysis thing, because a lot of these have performed a lot better than other things, and I'm planning on looking back here and kind of just seeing what you guys enjoy, because most of my attention has been on my Spotify and not YouTube lately. Again, as you can see, if we go back like 5 videos, that's a 4-month gap. If we go back here, I was uploading once a week, twice a week, 3 times a week, then once a month, and then once every 3 years, and then one time when I was bored. And that's about where we got. So, okay, I'm going to stop ranting. I'm going to end it there because I have homework to do. And I plan on going live tomorrow morning as well. I'd love to actually write something. Or maybe I'll just give you a little digital concert here the way I've been doing for the last, like, umpteenth hours. But I can't play piano. Okay. That's it. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Thank you so much for being here. And